Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am in my driveway. I am heading out. I am taking you with me, obviously. I have to go to the cemetery. I hope that the pots are there next to the stone. I don't have them in my car or in the house, so I'm assuming I left them there all winter. If not, I'll have to replace those plastic pots because I can't find them here. I need to go get those. I usually just bring flowers to the cemetery, but I want to collect the pots. Then I'm going to Dollar Tree to buy new flowers, and then I thought I would do a video on the arrangements. How's that sound? Sounds pretty good to me. I need to get that done soon because Memorial Day is just around the corner, and I want flowers back at the cemetery by then. I was going to do a ride along with the cameras, but you know what? I've done it before to the cemetery. It's the same route. So I'm going to link to that video down below on the end screen maybe, and you can go watch that if you want a better ride to the cemetery and a better view of the cemetery itself. That's the video where I caught somebody sitting on my father's grave, the workers that were there. And it still makes me so mad. I was standing at my grandmother's grave and I looked across and I saw a dude sitting on my father's stone, and I wasn't happy about that. And I had the camera in my hand, it wasn't on, and I was like so in shock that I didn't think to turn that camera on and catch that bastard. I would have liked to have that of him sitting on there, but he was sitting on there, and I have a little rant about that, and it was just a very uncomfortable day. But anyway, that's the video. So if you want to go watch that, you can. You will see the ride to the cemetery and probably the ride home. I don't remember. I didn't really watch it. Again, I just, wanted to make sure that was the one that I did indeed take you for the ride, and I did. So let's just go to the cemetery and collect the pots. Oh my God. I saw a shadow, okay? That's how much I can jump. It's because I'm in my driveway, so I didn't expect to see like movement. God, if I would have been like in the store parking lot, I probably wouldn't have jumped. But there's a shadow on the house and a tree blew in the wind, and that shadow fucking scared the shit out of me. Oh my God, is this how this day is going to go? I hope not. All right, let's go. We're here, but the lawnmower person is right by my father's stone, so I thought I'd come and collect the pots from my grandmother's grave first, my grandparents, I should say. I see flowers survived on this side, not on this side, but the pots are there. Do they come out? I can't remember if they're stuck in there or not. Oh good, they come out. So that is my grandmother and my grandfather, and that's about it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. They were born, they died. And I see that the pots are here too. Very glad about that. So this is my dad, Roland Michaud. He died in 2004. And then this is my brother, Ronald, who died in 2006. My mother will be here next to my father. My brother is on the side. They allow us to have 3 on one plot for the size plot that I got. And my mother had a stillborn, but that baby is buried with family way up there somewhere with my father's family plot, his parents' plot. But when we got the stone for my father, I had them put my mother's son's name on the back. So now I just got to collect these. Good. Should be able to get them out. All right, I need 2 hands. Those pots were hard to get out, but I got them. And I wanted to show you that because my father loved to pick up change on the ground, I mean, no matter where he was, he would bend down to pick up a penny. So every time somebody comes to visit, we leave money on his stone. Except I didn't bring any out with me, so I will go to the car and get something. Let's go do that. Whenever I see change on the ground, I pick it up for my father, and I have a little place in my car where I keep the coins, and I'm going to put that there. There's another penny, Dad. He loved pennies. He would be happy with all that. Now we're going to Dollar Tree. I don't know what you can see because the sun is blinding me. I'm at Dollar Tree. I'm not allowed to take the camera in there, so I will just go in. I'm getting flowers. I'm going to look around, see if there's anything else I might want to pick up. Of course, I'll show you what I get when I get out. And then I've got some questions, and I don't know if there's a couple of comments in there, too, that I printed out. So I'm going to go over those with you, or some of them. There's quite a few. And so stick around. I'll be right back. I forgot that Dollar Tree is like the hottest store in the world. I swear they don't have the AC on. I hear something blowing. I think it's the heat. Oh my God. Hot alert! Will I recover from this? I would have shopped. I could not. It took me long enough for the frigging flowers. You'll most likely see me either make these or at least bring them back to the cemetery. I made sure that all the flowers were on there. My daddy and brother get blue and yellow. That's not yellow. I got 6 in all for them. Some yellow carnations, some blue, these things, and then 2 others that I swap the flower heads so that I get a variety without having to buy 2 of each every time. Does that make sense? You'll know when I do it. And then for my grandmother, she always liked pink, so I got, trying not to lose any of the heads. Oh yeah, she only gets 4 total because their pots are right up against the stone. So she gets carnations and these things and these things and some of these things. And I'll arrange those somehow. And I also can reuse some of the older ones. And that's that for the flowers. And woohoo! Toasty. Too hot. Not that kind of hot. Some questions? Oh. You are free to ask more questions. You know, I can't promise I'll read them all. By any means, I don't think I can do that. But we'll see what we can do. But pen here somewhere. Okay. I'm so hot, I'm not enjoying this. And I don't know what you're seeing. You probably got the diamond glare going on. I do not know. Okay, here's a question that I have absolutely no clue. How did you do your sew down? What is a sew down? I'm clueless on that, so I can't answer. And what a lot of people don't realize is they'll ask me a question about a video that's 2 years old, and they'll just say, you know, what was that pink fabric you were using? I can't watch a whole video to see. Anyway, I don't know what the sew down is, so I'm sorry. Joyce, I cannot answer that. This is about when I did the YouTube stats and other stuff. I talked about the new sponsor button that's coming out on some people's channels. Not mine, because I'm not eligible. You have to have 100,000 subscribers, and it's still just being rolled out in batches. So not everybody is getting that notification, even if they have 100K. But this guy, Sam, says, "Hi, Darlene, so that means normal sponsors are going to be finished? So no more YouTube earnings for small YouTubers?" It cut off. Like me? I don't know what you mean by normal sponsors. If you mean ads, ads aren't going anywhere. This is in addition to that for those who have 100K. I don't know if there's other kind of sponsors you're talking about, like if you're a gamer, because I know there are sponsors for gamers. I didn't hear where anything else was going to be taken away, so I don't know. Don't worry about it. However you're making money on your channel, you're going to still be able to make money on your channel. This is just in addition to. And then somebody else commented about that too. Yeah, somebody else says, 100K is a joke when you can be rewarded on Patreon with 1 subscriber. Sure. You can have 1 subscriber on Patreon, and you can collect a whole $1 a month if you want. But YouTube has the right to do what they want to do. I personally like that they're putting a high threshold for that, because I think if they were allowing everyone to have that, every Tom, Dick, and Harry would be just creating junk channels with sponsor buttons and begging people to sponsor. It would get very spammy very quick. So I'm good with the 100K, even though I probably won't be there for another 2 years. You know, I may never. I might, you know, be worn out before I ever get there. So, but I think it's a good thing that they have a high threshold. But don't poo-poo what a business decides to do. Totally up to them. Here's a question for your next Q&A. Can you sing? I've heard you break out in song. Like, I do that, like, as a joke. Like, I'll say, I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair. See? Wasn't that lovely? I used to be able to sing really, really good. I could sing soprano in school. I was in the glee club and I was a soprano. Then I went down to alto because I liked doing the harmony, and, you know, that really interested me more. So I could sing, but I think over the years, my sinuses, I'm completely blaming it on my lifelong abuse of nasal sprays. It like fucked up my sinuses and my ears. It's like I can't sing on key like I used to be able to. So anyway, no, but I never cared to be a singer, but I did really love to be in the glee club. Absolutely loved that. Oh, again for the sponsor button, Diana would like to know how much YouTube keeps and how much the creator gets to keep. I don't know for sure. The video that I watched didn't mention that, but I think when I clicked on his sponsor button, I think it said $4.99 plus tax. It's possible that the sponsors are paying a fee. I don't know, but it said, I think, and tax. I don't know. I don't really remember what I saw, so I don't want to say, but I would assume YouTube is getting something, as they should, just like Patreon. Patreon takes 5%, and then there's a big chunk for fees for the processing of credit cards and all that junk, and they even charge you 25 cents to have it deposited into PayPal. Anyway, yeah, that's all part of it, but I don't know. I will find out, and I certainly will let everyone know when I know that. It just happens that video creators, Tim Schmoyer, he didn't happen to mention that, so we'll see. This one, Kim says, probably in response to how, you know, I'm saying that I need to, you know, always change things or whatever, and I haven't been doing like the crafty things, and I expect people to be bitching about that anytime now. And she says, everyone needs a break from the norm. Take a breather. We'll be here when you're ready to come back to your norm. Do be careful telling people to take breaks. You never know. They could be like me. The reason I don't like to take breaks is because once I get that into that mode, it's very hard to come back from that. That's why I try to upload every single day. I worry so much. It's not that I worry that my audience will go away or that I won't earn as much money. It's none of that. It's that if I don't do it, it's going to be so easy for me to just say, oh, I'm done. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be done. But what I have decided to do is I always have enough work to do. It's not like if I don't record for a day that I'm sitting somewhere twiddling my thumbs. That's not happening. I need to do a retake because I just spit on you with the word shitload. I have a shitload of stuff that I can be doing, so I do want to cut back and try really hard to cut back on recording. I don't know if I will be successful with that, but I want to try to cut back, and I can still work, like my ASMR videos, I can easily work on one video for 2 to 3 days, you know, off and on, different things. It's very time consuming, that kind of video and the editing that I do. So I can still always feel like I'm working. There's always fabric frenzy things. There's always a chance of like more elaborate upcycled fashions that might take me a couple of days to complete. So I have, you know, I can spread the work out over a few days for that. And I'm recording regularly for 3 channels. my main YouTube channel, my patrons, which is hosted on YouTube, but it's exclusive for them, ASMR, and I'm still working on 1 or 2 mystery channels. I don't know if I'm going to keep both going, but I am certainly keeping one going as for now, just to see what happens. And there are days that I'm recording and uploading for all 3 of the main, the main 3, YouTube, Patreon, and ASMR. And, it's not like I'm tiring out of that, but I feel like I run out of ideas, so I'm going to probably be cutting back. And if I never come back, it's Kim's fault, because she told me to take a breather. How do you feel about Skylar watching your videos when she's older? If she was watching right now and she was in her 20s, what would you want her to know? First of all, Skylar doesn't watch my videos, not even the ones she's in. She has absolutely no interest in watching the videos. She gets embarrassed by watching herself. She doesn't want her father to watch. So it's not like I am worried that she's going to see what I'm doing. I do tell Skylar that my channel is more for adults now than for kids, in case she would happen to watch and she hears me say fuck. She's heard me say fuck in real life. She knows I'm not going to say it to the waitress at a restaurant. You know what I mean? She knows that it's all in fun, and her parents are known to swear now and then, so it's not like she's hidden from that. If she was watching right now and she was in her 20s, I certainly hope that she's ready for all my videos before she's in her 20s. I hope by then that she has mastered the art of swearing. She certainly has a good teacher. I think there are so many things to worry about in this world that have to do with children, that what Skylar hears in a video of mine is the absolute least of my worries. I think she will always be proud of what I do for whatever job I decide to do, as I will be proud of her in whatever she decides to do. I hold what I do to a very high standard. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed or think that it's not something that my granddaughter would not be proud of. So that's the way I feel. So what would I want her to know? I would want her to know just what I tell her now. Meme works hard. Meme has decided this is the direction she's going in, and that's cool. I have quite a few more, but I think I'm going to stop because I'm really hot and I want to get home, and let's see if I can find some easy ones here. Maybe you should do a series on narcissism. I have that. It's on my Growing Up Crazy channel. You'll see it in the sidebar on my homepage on YouTube, but I haven't uploaded to it in a long time because, again, it was like a whole job in itself. There's only so much I can do. I can do a lot, but I can't be spread that thin. And it was also kind of like healing in some ways, but then I felt like I was living the nightmare over and over again. But I do have that. Sorry you hate the upcycled fashion series. It's my favorite. I know I said that in my last video. I actually love upcycled fashions. I love doing it, but it's the most stressful. So I hate it for that reason, because it can be something that I'm so excited to do, and then by the end of it, I'm ready to fucking tear my hair out. And I don't like that. I don't like going from high to that low and being completely exhausted mentally and physically. So in that way, I joke around and say I hate it, but I don't hate it like I wish I didn't have to do it. I do it because I want to do it. If it ever gets to the point where it's just like, I don't like this and I don't enjoy this at all, I'll just stop. Again, for a while, come back, we never know. I love sewing and swearing, Karen says. So do I. It fucking goes together. Amber wants me to know that I used to make beads and sell them on eBay. Thank you, Amber. I know sometimes I don't have a very good memory, but I do remember that I was selling paper beads on eBay. I just thought that was funny. Love the tutorials. Only thing I'm not keen on is the noise of sewing when in fast forward. Can we have some music when you do a long sew, please? Just a thought. Thanks. Love the blocks. Brenda. First thing I want to say is it's no longer just a thought if you say it to somebody else, because now it's a suggestion. Okay? If I were to do what every single person asked me to do, I would be changing my ways 10 times per day. When you have a channel and you do your own sewing videos, you can play all the music you want. That's a lot more editing. I have to search for the music. So I'm just going to continue to do things my way. Thank you very much. Do people really think that if they suggest something that the person is going to change their way? I understand that people want to say, gee, I don't like it when you do that. That's okay. It's okay not to like it. It's just weird to think that I would change something that I'm doing. Everything that I do, I'm doing for some kind of a reason. Seriously, I wish everyone would be forced to have a channel and upload 50 videos before they're allowed to start commenting. That would be so cool. Okay, I'm going to stop there and before I make some more enemies, and I'm going to go home and get this uploaded. Tonight we have Dancing with the Stars, the most ridiculous season ever, with 4 weeks, and tonight is only an hour, and then American Idol, and I don't know how I feel about all of these shows right now. It was just I don't know. I still love that they have them. I hope dancing doesn't go away. It's my mother's very favorite. I hope they come back with full seasons moving forward. And Idol, I hope they're around for 20 more years, because sometimes it's fun to just watch something and say, why did they pick that stupid song? Why? But a lot of the songs to me are not like actual music, because I'm old. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more soon. Please subscribe. We're getting close to 50K. We want to get there. Oh, and go watch the other cemetery video that I told you about. Bye.